Thank you.
It sounds to me like he's overplaying his hand. It's like, you know what I mean? It just seems like a stupid thing for him to threaten to release phone calls that he doesn't have, can't legally release. And I don't even think how much would your parents even care anyways? They think they would see him for the jerk that he is.
To be honest with you, I don't think there are recordings. And then when I thought,
it's amazing to me that this guy, his main narrative with this woman was threatening her to release recorded calls.
Yeah.
And all these years later, what happens to him?
Well, that was different.
I mean, that was karma. That's all that was.
Mm-hmm.
back on
I highly doubt it, knowing John.
I think if there were recordings, I would be in the better place because he
Probably.
is drunk on all the recordings.
It would make him sound
I
like
can vouch for that theory. Yes, I believe that would be correct.
Well, yeah, and the fact that he's drunk on all the recordings sounds familiar too.
Think about what his fans would think about him recording somebody and then blackmailing somebody, regardless, whatever he has or doesn't have. You can't do that to somebody. That's called blackmail, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, because he's also, then the next thing was he said he couldn't get me to respond. So he said, he said that he has my father's personal email. So he said, I have your dad's email. I'm going to email him. I'm going to put up basically docs and put out my dad's personal email.
Wow. I mean, it's just, it's.
We need to get in touch with her, Shuli. Not for a show, but.
No,
yeah.
I agree. Maybe Adam can help us with that, but there's an interesting history here. This guy, a pattern, if you will, Joseph. He gets upset, he gets hurt, he immediately starts threatening private information and releasing of private information, right? Then from there, it's always to the parents. Like, I'm going to email your dad, I'm going to call your dad. What the fuck? Is that not the craziest thing? So I'm just going to bring it back a little bit, Mike.
Okay.
Well, you didn't miss much. I was talking to myself because Frog apparently is off somewhere doing something.
I'm right now.
No urge to jump in when I'm going, isn't this crazy? And all I hear is Mike's crickets over there.
I thought it was a hypothetical question. I didn't know you really wanted an answer.
It's a I'm all by myself question. Work with me a little bit.
Yeah, Frog only responds when nobody wants him to.
Yeah. All right.
He said that he has my father's personal email. So he said, I have your dad's email. I'm going to email him. I'm going to put up basically docs and put out my dad's personal email. So he said he's going to put up my father's email to the work for everyone to see. And then he was going to have someone send him.
I was saying, Mike, it's like a serial killer with a pattern, right? Like, he has the same MO for every person. As soon as they get upset with him, then he gets angry, he lashes out, he calls names, then he threatens private personal information, then the parents. It's always the parents.
Well, he has a obviously mommy issue and a complicated relationship with his father.
To say the least.
Knock on his door and certified letter.
So he was threatening legal action, blackmail,
it was
all sorts of stuff.
It was all high school stuff. Like, I'm going to call, and then I'm going to call him. And it's like, so?
Right.
You know, and then...
so then what happened after that?
Then right after that, the final straw for me was...
that wasn't the final straw.
No. This was she must be a nun now. Yeah. Like what a saint this woman is. Let's get it trending, dog. Telling you, you want to see a fun show.
This is truly monstrous behavior. This is not just him being a dickhead or dumb, which he is. But I mean, this is really something that bad people do.
And somebody had to think of it. Who's more disappointed, her dad or Kate Meany's mom? Listen, it's one thing to make a mistake. People make mistakes all the fucking time.
That's why pencils have erasers.
Thank you. What John does is completely intentional. It's premeditated, and it's all about manipulation and getting whatever he needs out of that target. Forget calling him a person, because he sees him as a target, and getting whatever he needs from that target. That's worse than anything. These people made a mistake and were nice to him or gave him money or gave him their time. Everybody fucking has, a bad spot or two.
And most con men, like John, in my honest opinion, has that kind of behavior. Will know when to walk away from a mark if they can't get any more without getting in trouble. But because of the drinking, this is when his drinking really escalated. He always was doing it, but this, after he'd lost the Tonight Show, this is where things really kicked into gear.
And it's so true, Mike, because in the old days, when the town, if they were about to get found out or they got all they could out of the town, the guys packed up their wagons and moved on to the next town, right?
Right.
They didn't stick around.
Yeah. Yeah, and I see people saying this lady was kind of a wacko. Well, that's why he picked her, because she looked like one of the wounded zebras.
Right. Like, for whatever reason, there are people that believe and that look forward to fixing things that are not fixable.
Right.
Right. So there are people that have that. And that's the only way people like John have people in their lives.
Right.
People say, oh, Susanna was a gold digger. There was a larger part of her that wanted to take care of somebody than there was a movie star, ambition.
Yeah. And he obviously had that a little boy, I need help aura around him. And he still does, except now he's a crippled old man.
Yeah. Sorry, John put me in timeout for mentioning Heather in his chat. God forbid. God forbid you guys upset him with that. No super chats and all Heathers. Let's go.
H. Just put the H.
HW. HW.
John's famous for saying, don't talk about my kids. Don't talk about my kids.
The Anthony Cumia debacle where Anthony didn't even say anything about his kids, and he still went off. And he still attacked it, threatened Anthony, was basically like, oh, you want to come at me. It was so embarrassing. He ended up apologizing like 2 days later for it. But that didn't stop him from flying off the handle. No.
His current show, he will say, don't we talked about my kids.
Okay, yeah.
But anyway, he couldn't get a reaction out of me. So he said, I got another one, said, I wonder what your son... And he named it by name. I wonder where your son.
Creepy. That's really. I would say that's almost like a threat. Too.
Wonder what he think about you.
Well, Heather, I mean, that's terrible. I'm the only, bright spot in that for me is that it's not just my kids I see that he threatens. He was doing that to Heather and her kid. Class act.
What his mom is up. What is she up to?
A piece of shit.
And
I'm sorry, but that's insane, dude.
Attaboy Goldstein. I love this kid. Yeah. I love him. He should be a goddamn star, this fucker.
Yeah, so that was almost the last straw. Then
that was almost the last straw. All right.
One more time, John.
Yeah, there better be some on fire at the end of this one. And then he stabbed me, and I was like, one more chance.
You stab me in this arm, then I'm going to be really mad.
I would think that would have pissed me off big time.
I sent that to Karl. I sent it to, I mentioned it to an attorney, and they were like, this is getting a bit out of, over the top. And the final one was, I got a phone call just this week, and I thought it was a spoof, so it said your name, but it wasn't your name.
Really?
And it was a recording, so I thought you called. So I listened to the recording, and it was someone saying, I'm going to fuck you up the ass, you old bag.
I'm gonna fuck you in the ass, you dirty old bag. Love you. I'm gonna fuck you in the ass, you dirty old bag.
Whoa. Wait.
I just want to say, not me. I had nothing to do with that whatsoever. Let me just, hold on. You dirty old bag. I'm gonna fuck you up the ass, you dirty cunt bag. Dirty cunt bag. Dirty cunt bag.
Wow.
Love you. I'm gonna fuck you in the ass, you dirty old bag. Love you.
And then I sent that to my attorney here in Texas, and she said, no, this is over the top.
Okay, well, if you send me a copy of that, send me a copy. I don't know if you already have, but send me that. I will play that on the show so people can hear exactly what's being said. That's insane.
And unfortunately, I
hope you know I obviously didn't send you that message, and I would never I would never say anything like that to you. You're my guest. Why would I do that?
I've had many of those kind of calls before I even knew who you were.
Right. Well, you said you got a spoof call from, it was Karl, or it wasn't Karl?
Karl.
Yeah, I wasn't going to name names, but after the first time I did WATP, I had a message like that from Karl. So it may have been Karl.
You can tell by the lisp.
Yep.
Karl.
Okay. But it looked like it was Karl.
Melendez.
Really?
But it wasn't John Melendez. And it was a you, and then now recently you.
So you're basically saying that somebody on his team of chat moderators knows how to spoof calls, and they're doing this as some kind of a tactic.
I pretty much know who it is. But
okay.
Then when I was just this week alone, I just wanted to get some information, and I spoke to several. Like I said, I had to speak to an attorney in New York, Texas, and California.
Oh, wow. It sounds messy then. 3 different states.
They said it's very, very easy to find out who these phone numbers are. So
why would you talk to an attorney in New York?
Because when Karl was being threatened by John for being sued,
right?
He wanted to talk to Vince.
Vince, who used to produce John's show. Yep.
Yeah. So
I know Vince. Yep.
So Karl recommended I give him a call.
Okay. So you did speak to Vince. Oh, all right. Wow.
Well, he was very serious. He said that, I can't say anything because I'm, it's a conflict of interest.
Okay, sure.
But I can tell you, he said, I can tell you that what's going on is it's not legal, and I'll get you in touch with another New York attorney.
Wow, that's amazing.
Wow, look at Vince helping go after John back then. And this is how long ago this was. Karl recommended someone call Vince, and Vince actually helped someone.
And that was Tabber's first job, actually.
Yeah, Vince seems like a pretty cool guy. I did see that episode.
Another person that is familiar with Stern people, another lawyer.
Hey, hold on one second, Shuli. Check this out. So I put this. Tell me this doesn't sound like John. I tried my best to remove as much of the filter as possible.
I'm gonna fuck you up now. You doing all bad. Level. I'm gonna fuck you up now.
Wow.
I think it sounds kind of like John.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little like MJ too, which is weird.
For punch.
The game's afoot.
All right. Where were we? Let's get back to this.
He was very helpful, giving me some advice, and he said, Heather, it's very easy for those phone numbers you're getting. we can track them, and it's very simple.
But this is insane to think about what you've been through. I mean, and let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I have had harassing messages from
voice.
John's team of chat, his ragamuffin team.
It did sound a lot like him.
Yeah.
Whoa, there's Cookie Pussy Boy.
Yeah.
Of chat moderators, and it was annoying, but I never felt threatened personally. To me, it was all just stupid, and they never sent me the type of messages that you're getting. So I'm so sorry that you're even having to deal with this. It's so unfair. It's disgusting.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I really just wanted it to be over, but this last week, I guess he's panicking of what I'm going to say on your show or another show. I don't know.
And he has also tried to discourage you from coming forward and appearing on shows. Can you tell me about that?
Well, that's why I get these, because he doesn't want me to appear. And then he also wants me to think that he has recordings, and he still thinks I'm afraid. And I'm now that I've spoken to lawyers in 3 different states and what can be done about it very quickly. Right. I don't have any fear. I'm going forward. Shouldn't. I unfortunately have to go forward legally, and it's just the way it is.
And that's the only way to defeat this idiot. It really is. It just comes a time where you're just like, it's enough of this shit. You know? Somebody's got to put a stop to this. FightTheDabbler.com. Thank you.
Yes. Well, good for you, Heather. I'm glad that you are, and I'm sorry that you're in that position where you have to. Nobody should have to go through that, but it's unfortunately when somebody's harassing you or they're going after you and your family, you got to do what you got to do. I understand.
John does not seem to, from what I've seen over the years, he doesn't seem to get it that you're gonna get in trouble someday with these threats, and it's saying you're gonna sue and getting all insensitive and thin-skinned.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm the one that finally comes forward and gets, he does not have the money.
She was our Rosa Parks, I don't know that people realize that, but this is her. This is Norma Jean. This is this is everything right here.
Yeah, she's the one with Chrissy Mayer. It's the 2 women who really
right
dealt with John in the correct way.
She walked so we could run, or is it the other way around? I don't know. She skipped so we could hop. That message Heather received is absolutely a woman's voice. John probably got one of his other female henchmen to make the call, thinking, here's what I kind of agree with you in the sense that John he doesn't have the skills or the patience to change his voice, make that cut. He absolutely, farms this out to other people.
Right.
And you don't have to
be a chick to have this boy. Hello.
You know what I mean? Like everybody's a chick.
And of course, and like they said, that way somebody else could be blamed if it got discovered who it was. Wasn't me.
Right. You know who it sounded like to me when he took a lot of that away? Discount Don. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Hey, what's going on in the chat?
No, don't worry about it, dude. You're doing fine.
I mean, what's going on in the chat?
By me and told to pay a certain amount. He doesn't have the money. I know this.
I suspect he's got nothing. He just seems.
Well, I know it because little tiny things he would beg me to send him on Amazon.
Right, and that's another thing that I did get some of those emails from you. Would you mind if we take a minute and maybe we could go through some of this stuff? I could pull it up on the screen and we could talk about it in real time. Cool.
That's a DM where he started.
Hold on. Yes, but with all of my gigs canceled, the donation would help. Don't worry about those trolls. They are harmless. I'll definitely take you out for a beer or 2 or 20.
You have the 2, I'll have the 20.
Right. Then so that's 8 to 20, 2:42 p.m. She says thanks, 2:52. 8-3 at 1:25. Where is this alleged donation? Wow. That was mean. Call me. Alleged. I thought you were nice. Were you just playing me? Damn. In a bad mood. Call me for your damn money. Oh boy.
I was starting to ask for more money. And then I guess I must have asked him a question about, couldn't he just get a new computer? Because I guess he needed one or.
Okay.
Anyway, I said, yes, but with all of my gigs canceled, the donation would help. Don't worry about those trolls. They are harmless. And he's referring to there's several people that are consistently trying to warn me about him.
Oh, I see.
And so when I told him that, he said, "Oh, they're trolls. They're obsessed with me. They don't listen to them."
Sound familiar?
And then he said, "I'll definitely take you out for a beer or 2 or 20," because that was the talk about whether he was going to come visit me or.
And 20 beer, what a weird thing to say, but also wouldn't he be buying you beers with your own money?
Yeah.
To him, right?
Well, I have a feeling I would be paying anyway.
Yeah, you absolutely would. I'll take you out for a beers. Oops, I forgot my wallet. Yeah, we all know that guy. So it's funny. My next week's guest, Zach Waldman, actually, he says pretty much the same thing.
Stop now. I don't think he knows about John in the wallet at this point, right? That he's making a generalization like that's the kind of person John is, but that is literally the type of person John is.
I mean, Adam's been around before we were, so I'm pretty sure he knows the lore of the wallet and John.
I don't know the Adam lore.
He has a funny John story or two in his repertoire, although I'm sure he does. So so down here it says, okay, so you get kind of pissed, understandably, because he doesn't sound like he's appreciating the fact that you're even willing to help him. So how did this happen? So you said, wow, that was mean, call me, and I thought you were nice. Did you smooth that over? What did he say?
Well, so he goes, "I'll take you out." And so I said, "Thanks." Okay, the next day, he said, "Where is this alleged donation?"
Right, I see. Yep.
I find that to be rude.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah.
And it was also the very next day. I hadn't even had a chance to get the PayPal.
Of course. It's like, how quickly did he expect? What did he just, maybe he should have snapped his fingers and maybe you could have jumped in. Seriously.
And so then I just said, "Wow, that was mean. Call me." And he did.
Did he apologize to you? Oh, no, he didn't even call you.
John doesn't apologize. Oh, yeah. So the day the cockroach situation, everybody saw that.
Okay. So he does not have just one cockroach that one time.
No, there were a ton.
Really? Because he said, did you see the video where he said, they goofed on me because I had one cockroach? So that was a lie, you're saying?
Yeah, that's what it looks like here. You can even see that. If you find the episode, there's a ton. Yeah. So I guess we chatted that afternoon after the show. And I was like, "What was that?" And
I love it. How's the cockroaches? I just ordered you a better fan.
Wow.
His only fan. I haven't seen any. Orkin came and advised me to wait until it's free on Tuesday. Save me 200. 200. Told me to get roach bait until that. Well, it sounds like you have roach bait. You need something to kill him.
Can I interrupt real quick?
Yeah, what's up?
So he's live.
Yeah.
And he's doing his famous eating bit.
Oh. That always
forward to that for Uncle Rico.
Fuck him. What's he
Not
eating?
Cockroach poison, is it?
Is it soup?
No, it looked like a grilled cheese sandwich, maybe.
Of course. Probably made it with an iron.
He said they were everywhere. He didn't know where they came from. And they were having a heat wave, and he doesn't want to pay for air conditioning.
He asked you for help with his mortgage, as we could see up here in the Twitter
Heather,
DM.
are you going to PayPal the money today? I only asked because I have to pay my mortgage. They called me yesterday.
I thought this was Mr. Real Estate.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
I thought this guy just wheeling and dealing and...
You know what's funny? Did you notice the dates on the first group of messages were in August of 2020? So this is like 2 months later. He's hitting her up for more. He's constantly hitting this woman up for money.
They're targets. Mm-hmm. That's what they are. These are
that makes sense too, because does she seem like the kind of chick John would be interested in, knowing what we know about John?
Yeah, she has money, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's all that factors in for him.
Yeah, and she was a fan of his.
Right.
Which means somebody to take advantage of.
Well, not only that, but she knows I exist. You know what I mean?
To me, like he's overplaying his hand. It's like, you know what I mean? It just seems like a...
Oh, what happened?
That was it. It was only 10 minutes.
Oh, we got to the end? Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me just see the end again.
They were having a heat wave, and he doesn't want to pay for air conditioning.
He asked you for
him and my dad have something in common up there.
Help with his mortgage, as we can see up here in the
Hey,
Twitter
Heather,
DM.
are you going to PayPal the money today? I only asked because I have to pay my mortgage. They called me yesterday.
Man, okay.
You know how late your mortgage has to be for them to be calling you?
Yeah, not
calling you?
Not good. Ma, don't pick up if it says mortgage. Hey, thanks for watching that clip. We got a bunch more stuff from a bunch of different other shows. So if you want to support us, you want to be a part of what's happening here, subscribe, notify, and get yourself a membership. 2 levels, $5, $10. We got more bonus shows than we know what to do with. So help us out. Get in here.